Right here at High Office says, how tight my Christmas budget is this year. And yeah, that's about right.
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. If you play better, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning, a beautiful weekend of checking these buttons. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, chapters, links down below if you guys want to skip around to a certain subject, and please take that time to subscribe to the video. Thank you guys for the amazing love and helping the channel grow. So, without further ado, we got a plethora of topics to get into. Ladies and gents, let's go. All right, now into them first set of getting scammed buttons that need to be checked. Some of y'all might have heard of this. It just happened the other day. Pokimane, right? Y'all know who Pokimane is. Profile on the screen. The lady needs no introduction. So apparently the other day, somebody literally tried to scam her. Apparently got kind of close. I won't say kind of close, but y'all will see what I mean in a second here. Trying to get some nudes. Literally trying to get some nudes of her. Pictures of the breasts. It's kind of funny. I'm just going to play little clips and speed it up for y'all. Here you go.
And I go to take my measurements, and that's when I look at the email with the diagram they sent me and everything, and I realize that they weren't showing me how to take my measurements. They were asking me to put tape measure around me and send them a photo of my bare chest. No company is going to ask you to send them a photo of your yitties. So that's when I realized this whole time I've been speaking to a scammer. They made a fake email pretending to be working at the company, and they added the same ending that the company would use, but then they put at hotmail.com. But they were also forwarding me fake emails from their fake boss, obviously just editing to pretend like it's a legit company email. They made a fake multi-page PowerPoint. The amount of effort they put in is both comical and frightening. I don't even want to think about what they would have done if I actually sent them anything. Whether it's extort me for money, blackmail me. Like, if they have my address, it's even worse.
So there you go. At first she thought it was a real company. I guess they were trying to give her some bras and whatnot, but then she realized they were like, yo, if you could just take some tape measure, please, and show us the picture. Show us the picture of the nips, you know what I'm saying? Just cover the nips and show us the picture. And she was like, what the hell? Crazy thing is, the reason why I relate to this is because people also try to take picture of my nips all the time. They're like, Nestor, we want to see them titties. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I just made that up. But honestly, the reason why I relate to this is because that part right there, I've had this multiple times. When you're in this content creation game, I can only imagine at her level, right? But even at the level I'm right now, I get so much fucking scams. I get so many fucking fake businesses and emails all the time. I don't know how they get my shit. I guess you get in a database at a certain point, but I'm gonna tell you, I get like one a day. I'm not even fucking lying. At least one a day. And it's always like, a fake ass company overseas somewhere, and you could always tell in the email because it's a fake ass email. That's why I started paying attention to the emails, because they'll make it look real, but if you look at the ending, it's some bullshit. Then like the links are bullshit. I never open any documents because they always want you to download some shit. They always want you to do some shit right before you get going. And most times they're like either not using my name correctly. I mean, you could just tell they're just full of shit. So I'm like, how the fuck, why the fuck? This happens a lot. Honestly, if any of you out there doing content creation, just be on the lookout, because I know we kind of look at this and we're like, okay, we're not as big as Poki, but honestly, it happens to everybody. I mean, everybody. It's gotten to the point right now that I won't even accept deals unless I can visually see and verbally talk to somebody and know that it's a legit company. Otherwise I'm not messing with it. So anyway, there you go. It's happened to me. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's out there. It is scary. It's a scary thing because people literally, this is all they do. Literally all their time and their energy, they're out there just trying to scam you. So I don't know, man, what y'all think. All right, now into the next set of, is Street Fighter 6 really that easy? Buttons that need to be checked. Okay, so this popped up just a few days ago. I'm gonna put the profile on the screen from Game Informer. It says, exclusive first look at Street Fighter 6's dynamic controls, a new local only control option meant to help button mashers excel, has more information and whatnot. So I'll put all the links if you guys want to watch the full video and articles, but we're just going to watch the clip. So right here, you can clearly see that he's literally just tapping a button, right? He's tapping a button and like a lot of shit is coming out. Here goes another button. What has he got? Like combos. Here goes, he's pressing another one. And he's able to play. He's able to actually do some damage and keep up. And literally just going from button to button. No controls, no directionals, literally just this button, square, triangle, and he's able to do some damage. So there you go. And as you can imagine, the FGC is reacting. And let's be real, we've kind of heard this already, right? We heard that there was going to be a function like this to help like newbies play, get adjusted to the game. So I don't think this is too much of a surprise, but the FGC in the comments section is always hilarious. So let's get into this. I see some saying, oh, thank God it's local only. Button mashers excel, you say. Others are like, you know, massive W, anything to get people started and interested is a plus. So of course you have that, right? You have a lot of people saying, well, this is cool because fighting games are super hard. We all know that, right? I think that's why it kind of stays like a small niche, you know, like not too many people. A lot of people know about Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, whatnot, but they don't stick around too long because like this shit is kind of hard. That's always been like the big picture that we've painted right here in the FGC. Well, now Street Fighter 6 is like, yo, I know Street Fighter 5 tried to kind of go that direction, but seemed like they obviously missed the mark. Street Fighter 6 is trying to pick up where they left off. But you got that other side of the fence, like Oh Crunchy right here saying there's a massive disconnect. Modern controls is the get people interested so they can learn the real later control. This is the 2-year-old nephew holding the fake controller mode, except the buttons are technically slightly doing something. Space Prez responds to this saying, false dichotomy, you realize that even the modern controls still cleans up your inputs and stuff for you, right? So by that logic, everybody is holding a fake controller. Your conclusions are wrong, driven by misunderstandings of how games work. Crunchy says, I know exactly what modern controls are, and just like every other game that uses them, regardless of what they call them, they work as an easy execution mode at the expense of certain functions or freedom. It isn't the AI plays for you, but only moves when you hit a button. Press says, again, everything you just said proves how little you understand fighting games. The AI plays for you, but only moves when you hit a button could describe full normal controls too. Everything you're saying is arbitrary. And of course, they kind of still go into it, so I'll put those tweets on the screen, but that's what you get, right? You get people from both sides, as you're always gonna get. You know, we talk about that a lot, but I do see that. I do see some people like, kind of on this tip where they're like, yo, I think this is pushing it, or this is just silly, like, you know, Capper is saying right here, but others are like, yo, I think you're kind of missing the point of local only. It's basically for like casuals or little kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really have to be that big of a deal. So what do y'all think, man? I think at the end of the day, I kind of look at it like the bumpers when you're bowling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody bowls, there's bowling competitions and people take that shit seriously, right? But at the end of the day, you can go to any bowling alley and you can put them fucking bumpers down. You know what I'm saying? And we all know at the end of the day, I keep saying at the end of the day too much. So at the beginning of the day, I should say, we all know that only like truly horrible bowlers, people that don't care, or more than often kids, will put them damn bumpers down. So can we look at the easy mode or the local mode or whatever the same way in Street Fighter 6? Does it really have to be that big of a deal where people would start to panic and be like, yo, I don't know about that shit. You guys are making it too easy. I don't know. Do you think that's a fair comparison, or how do y'all feel? Let me know. All right, now into the next set of Gamer Informer buttons for Ken. Just what the hell is happening with Ken and Street Fighter 6 buttons that need to be checked. Damn, that was a long title. Anyway, so here it is. So Gamer Informer, I guess they kind of did an article the other day, released some information about Ken, right? Updated info. People were kind of, interested. They released a lot of info. Once again, I'll put that information down below if you guys wanted to give it a full read. I'm giving a shout out to the player by the name of Scotia. Probably butchering that, but I'll put the profile on the screen, link in the description field, because they did a rough draft, and I'm all for a rough draft. You know what I'm saying? They were like, yo, these were the key highlights. Everything else they said, we've kind of already known, but this is some new stuff they kind of touched on. So here it is when it comes to Ken. Now some people are concerned that they're kind of fucking up the backstory for Ken. You decide. So right here they said, I read the Gamer Informer article on Street Fighter 6, so here's a brief rundown on the standout information. Hobo Ken came about because the team feeling like Ken's stable life was causing him to lose a reason for fighting, and this was their way of having him step up. They wanted to create a plot line that explains why Ken is important and to give him purpose. The story will also be tied to the characters close to him. Capcom still won't say why he's on the run, but Ken's arcade mode starts with him being integrated about a terrorist bombing. What the fuck? I didn't even know that. Y'all know about that? A terrorist bombing? What the fuck? They're aiming for updates sometime after the release of Street Fighter 6, whether it be characters or stages and whatnot. Okay, so there you go. Obviously, we've been knowing this. They're going, a different direction. A lot of people thought what Ken's wife left him and shit like that. Like, oh, divorced Ken and he looks like a hobo. They're like, what happened to Ken? All this other shit, right? And then of course the story is a little clearer now, but even now people are like, we don't know if they're being really true to the origin, you know what I'm saying, the canon of Ken. And of course the FGC is reacting like Revival says, Capcom doing their best to ruin Ken story-wise. They established his rivalry with Ryu and his family was his reason to stay strong. Same goal as Ryu, but different path. Just give us violent Ken already. Others responding to this saying, ain't nothing ruined about him. You can't say Ryu rivalry didn't get old after 30 years. And why would he get violent unless he's being pushed? And some adding on another note saying, I hate that they felt Ken's stable life was causing him to lose a reason for fighting. I know it's not considered canon anymore, but come on, son. And then of course people keep responding and debating and whatnot, but what do y'all think? Do you think that this is kind of ruining the canon? You know what I'm saying? That we're getting a little away from the origins, and like that one player was talking about, you know, he was like, yo, you can't say that the rivalry didn't get old after 30 years. Is that even possible? You know what I'm saying? Can we say, oh, it's tired, the storyline is tired, it's boring now, let's change it up? Is that something? Or is it more so should we just be worried about changing the actual game in mechanics to spice it up, not the actual origins? You know what I'm saying? That's just me spitballing, I'm not sure. What y'all think? And there it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you guys are feeling. Thank you for the amazing love. And I want to give the 2 top comments from the last video. The last video we just did a couple days ago entitled, If It's a Scam, I Won't Play Sonic Fox and the FGC debate a famous rapper call out. It's the whole Waka Flocka thing. They actually used one of our videos to like promote it, which was a surprise to me. Anyway, top 2 comments right here. First one is Fallout that says, button check in the spotlight always makes me happy. Glad to see you're getting that recognition. Thank you, Fallout. Thank you. Appreciate the love. And next up is GT Saves the Day saying, the correct way to handle an opponent that isn't humble is to humble them. Show them everything they're lacking by being optimal, technical, and merciless. If they care about the game, they'll learn and grow from it. If they don't, they'll move on. It's like telling the truth when you know it'll hurt. So there it is, ladies and gents. I definitely want to start doing that more, where I feature like the top 2 comments. They don't even have to be like the top 2, just like 2 that kind of stick out to me. Either way, I just want to keep showing the love back. Thank you guys for the amazing love. I also want to give a quick shout out for those of you that don't know, when I went to New York a couple weeks ago, there was a viewer that actually drove out 4 hours, met me, was amazing, gave me a PlayStation 5. Gave me a brand new PlayStation 5 in the box. It was amazing. I actually did a video about it. Anyway, we kind of did a little video to recap that moment on their Discord. I'll put that link down below if you guys want to check it out. Show them the love. Big shout out to the homies. If I can talk, ShyClemBunnie and The Real Half Mine. Love you guys. So one Molten again. See you guys soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. And I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
I mean, this is a tight ass budget, literally. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all can feel me when your pockets is this tight, because this is tight. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do other shit like YouTube. I have a full-time job. I do YouTube. I DoorDash because I want a fat ass. You feel me? I want my wallet to resemble a fat ass. Like if I could have a fat budget like this, if my wallet could look like this, now we talking. Damn, now we really talking.